President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to reinstate Abba Kyari into the police force with full rank and privileges. Welcome to Infogist TV. The Fresh Assets Declaration case is different from the ongoing drug trafficking case the NDLEA had earlier filed against Mr. Kyari, in which case another judge had denied him bail. The federal court in Abuja recently has granted a conditional bail to Abba Kyari, a suspended police officer, in a fresh criminal case of an alleged failure to declare assets. Granting the bail, the judge, James Omotosho, attached a condition that tied the detainee's release to either the conclusion of his ongoing separate trial on drug trafficking charges or the concurrent decision of the other judge handling the case to grant bail to him. In the latest suit, the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency (NDLEA) accused Mr. Kyari and his two siblings, Mohammed Kyari and Ali Kyari, of non-disclosure of assets. Subsequently, they were arraigned in June on a 24-count charge before James Omotosho of the Federal High Court in Abuja. Mr. Kyari, a Deputy Commissioner of Police and former head, Intelligence Response Team (IRT), was suspended from office in July 2021 over link with popular fraudster Ramon Abbas, popularly called Hush Puppy. He was indicated by a United States court as a conspirator in a $1.1 million fraudulent deal with Hush Puppy. The NDLEA is also prosecuting Mr. Kyari and 4 other police officers before another federal judge, Emeka Nwite, in Abuja over cocaine trafficking. In the recent ruling on a bail request on Thursday, Mr. Omotosho granted a conditional bail to Mr. Kyari at the sum of 50 million naira with 2 sureties in the like sum. The judge had earlier granted bail to Mr. Kyari's siblings, unlike Mr. Nwite, who refused Mr. Kyari bail on drug trafficking related charges. Mr. Omotosho said there was no proof that the defendant was a flight risk as canvassed by the NDLEA. He has not committed a capital offense, neither has it been proved that he is a flight risk. I therefore exercise my discretion in favor of the defendant applicant. The judge held that the offenses with which Mr. Kyari and his co-defendants were charged are bailable offenses. On the possibility of the first defendant, which is Mr. Kyari, attending his trial, it is pertinent to state that, according to the affidavit in support of the application filed, the applicant stated that he was in detention at the Kuje prison when the jailbreak of 5th July 2022 occurred, and he stayed put even though he had the opportunity of escaping. This disposition was not challenged by the complainant/respondent of the NDLEA, which means it is admitted. This further shows that the applicant is unwilling to run away from his trial and has shown willingness to attend court when required, the judge ruled. Reading out the bail conditions, the judge said Mr. Kyari's sureties must have property worth 25 million naira within the court jurisdiction in Abuja. The court ordered the sureties to deposit their international passports, their statements of account, the title deed of sureties properties, and a recent passport photographs with the registrar of the Federal High Court. However, Mr. Omotosho clarified that even when Mr. Kyari fulfills the bail conditions, his release will not come to effect until the other judge, Mr. Nwite, grants him bail or when the drug trafficking case comes to an end. Mr. Omotosho also added that Mr. Kyari's release warrant would not be signed until either of the two scenarios come to effect. The judge adjourned further hearing in the suit until 18th October 2023. It will be recalled that Mr. Nwite in the other case had twice denied Mr. Kyari bail. Mr. Kyari was said to, on or about the 14th day of February 2022, at the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency headquarters Abuja, knowingly failed to make full disclosure of his assets at plot number 1927 Blue Fountain Estate, Kasana, Abuja, and thereby committing an offense contrary and punishable under Section 35 Sub 3A of the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency Act, Cap 13, Laws of the Federation of Nigeria, 2004. In another charge, Mr. Kyari was said to have failed to make full disclosure of his assets and estate at Linda Chalker Road, Osakoro Extension, Abuja, and thereby committed an offense contrary and punishable under Section 35 Sub 3A of the National Drug and Law Enforcement Agency Act. He is also accused of failing to make full disclosure of his assets at Plaza under construction as adjacent to number 18 Balin Suleiman Street behind NNPC Petrol Station, Abuja. The NDLEA further said, on or about the 14th day of February 2022 in Nigeria, in order to disguise the true ownership of the property situated at plot number 33 Bama Road, GRA Extension, Maiduguri, Borno State, covered by certificate number 80/4319 issued by Borno State government, by deposing to false affidavits at the Federal High Court, Maiduguri, in suit number FHC-NGC SE 9 2022, and thereby committed an offense contrary to Section 18 Sub A of the Money Laundering Prohibition Act 2011 as amended and punishable under Section 3 Sub A of the Money Laundering Prohibition Act 2011 as amended. This is the charge, that you, DCB Abba Kyari, male adult, and you, Mohammed Baba Kyari, male adult, on or about the 14th day of February 2022 in Nigeria, in order to disguise the true ownership of the property situated at plot of land covered by certificate of occupancy number 00271 issued by Maiduguri Metropolitan Council, Borno State, by deposing to false affidavits at the Federal High Court, Maiduguri, in suit number FHC-NGCS/9/2022, and thereby committed an offence contrary to Section 18 sub A of the Money Laundering Prohibition Act 2011 as amended and punishable under Section 15 sub 3 A of the Money Laundering Prohibition Act 2011 as amended.